Welcome back, everybody. This is Draft Drag, and you're bringing you another episode of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Now, off-screen, I decided to do some inventory shifting, and I'm gonna fast forward, starting here.
Now, basically, what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and show off how to make the Zed's dynamite, because it's really useful, really cool. Anyways, that makes us the coconut bomb, which deals like 6 damage to a single enemy. There was a combined fireflower with the mystic egg. That'll make an egg bomb, and that will have the sing and being effect as well, also having aimed as a single target. And then combine the egg bomb with the coconut bomb, and we're going to be making the Zed's dynamite. And I better gotten him with that, because that's like the 6 or so fly that I found today.
And I'm getting rather annoyed. You know that when you get that shining effect there, you know that you made a really good item. Zed's dynamite, throw it, toss it to attack all foes. And right now, this is what our inventory is looking like. I decided to keep the meteor meal in because that will heal most of our HP. Plus that'll help turn Mario or whoever I give it to into a very certifiable tank. And I figured that since I got another 300 coins to play around with. Oh, shooting star. I'm gonna buy that. And since I also got the coins, I'll also go ahead and buy jam and jelly. Because typically, you can buy jam and jellies and ultra shrooms down the Roadport sewers in that shop, but those are worth 200 a pop. So yeah, I decided to do it that way. So now we're with, and by the way, I did sell some badges and I did buy some others. Now, I'm not entirely sure, and we won't be fighting enemies until about midway through the chapter or so. Which probably won't happen for a while, and if I'm not mistaken, that's probably from the Boo. Yeah, because right around then, it sort of tells you that, hey, there's this one area that you probably missed in the creepy steeple area. All aboard! Three days of excess. Mario's room. We are in room 5, I believe. The Excess Express. Now this is what I call traveling in style. The 3 days to Poshlick Heights will be over before we know it, dearie. There's something on the floor. Trash, perhaps? When did that get there? Don't go to Poshlick Heights. Get off the train now or a sticky, yummy doom awaits it. What a strange threat. Do you think that Belden woman might be behind it? Well, at any rate, the fact that the note here means that the culprit is on the train. We must find this ne'er-do-well before he or she can hatch a plan. Anyways, yeah, one of the easiest shine spirits that you can find. And, open the drawer there and we'll find ourselves a dry shroom. Go ahead and just get rid of that. I mean, it's not really that useful. It only heals 1 HP. And, by the way, I would suggest going ahead because there are a lot of areas, actually, where you can find stuff. And, yeah, actually, right over here, this is, room... What room? That's room 4. We're actually in room... Yeah, we're in room 5. And that's all the treasure that we can find around in this room. So, basically, to tell somebody about this threat, we gotta go to the back of the train and talk to one of the staff members. And there are a lot of interesting characters here, but there is one among them that I am not that big a fan of. Hello to you, and welcome to the Excess Express. I am the conductor of this train. I trust that you must be Mr. Mario from room 5. Make yourself at home, sir. What's that? Some sort of sticky, yummy threat? I see. Goodness gracious me. If I hear anything else, I will let you know immediately. So, yeah, we got that going for the moment. And, let me see here. Yeah, and in room 8, the Gold Bomb family is in here. And if we check here, we'll find ourselves a star piece. Oh, you're the champion of the Glitz Pit, are you not? Yes, the Great Gonzalez. Bound for Partially Heights? Well, it's certainly a fitting place for a celebrity like you. We're en route to Partially Heights to buy a birthday present for little Bob here. My. Yeah, I'm Bub, and we're gonna get a birthday present for me, and it'll be cool. Aren't you jealous? Anyways, yes, their names are Gold Bomb, Sylvia, and Bub. Gold, silver, bronze. Oh, you, Nintendo. Room 7 hoses a, oh, he's not in here. Okay, I guess he might be up and about. And we're gonna ignore that guy. Oh, something's happened over here. Might as well listen in. Yes, I can say without the slightest hesitation that this smells like a case to me. But what shall we call it? This is the question before us. Yes, what to call it? Yes, the case of the pot supper stew that vanished suddenly and mysteriously. Indeed, that will do nicely. My dear train passengers, this is a full-fledged mystery, one that impacts us all. I swear, if somebody says zoinks, I'm gonna eat my shoe. A mystery, you said, what kind of dish is that? Poor Chef Sammy. he doesn't get it. He's actually a foreign chef. I am known as Pennington. You will not guess it, but I am a detective. At the risk of immodesty, you might say I have a certain nose for these things. And this little conundrum, my dear fellow passengers, poses no challenge to me. The central clue in this case, and also the most vital one as it happens, is that our perpetrator took the whole pot of stew and all. And this, esteemed friends, leads me to believe that the one responsible is you, gluttonous woman! What? Me? Are you totally cuckoo? I have, no idea what you're talking about. Pardon me. Sorry. Please accept my apologies, my dear woman. I felt I needed to practice my accusation skills. You understand? Yes, sorry. Very good. Let me get this straight. So what we know so far is that we don't know who the culprit is. And, I guess that's about it. You people would suck it. This is English for total squares. Forget you guys, I'm going back to my room. You there! I've been in a hurry to get back to your room, eh? You, sir, are highly suspicious. Zip-toed the actor. No! That's going on for quite a while. Just making stuff up, you Tweety geezer. Tweety geezer? Geezer! I can't say I deserve such a thermal thrashing. Well, then who did it? Oh boy! I literally just got here. Yes, because clearly you could ignore this stain here! Clue! 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 You see why I'm not this big a fan of this chapter. But would you guys believe that I actually sucked at this chapter a lot as a kid? And yes, I'm doing this very deliberately to hammer in the fact as to how stupid this is. The fact that no one figures anything out because no one is observant. And yes, that goes for 7-year-old me. So then he goes like, whoa, what do you want? Sorry about that. Now, what were you just saying? A pot from the kitchen? Oh, I get it. Food gets stolen, you blame the chubby guy. Not nice. I like that. I like that. Well, I dropped some stew on the floor outside. No, I wouldn't know anything about that. No, people spill stuff. Like a pot of stew. And there's nothing in the drawer, so no need to look. You won't find a thing. And you actually have to talk to him before doing this. There are several gourmet food magazines here, and one of them is an issue devoted to the food of Excess Express. Large photo of Chef Shimi on the cover, his smile is just blinding. There is something under the magazines. How do you hide a pot under a whole bunch of magazines? Like, do you have a trap door or something? Oh, yeah, it's like me when I do something stupid. Justice has been served. I am not... And by the way... Oh boy. Because for one thing, he forces us to solve the case, even though it's so elementary that a child could figure it out. Not to mention the fact that it's just... He's such a useless character. The only thing he's good for is moving the plot forward. And not in the sense of like, oh hey, he helps us, no. It's more like the fact that we have to talk to him in order for the plot to progress. Chef Shimi, though, he's a pretty chill dude. Why must I butcher the language so shameful? Please take it, I mean. So our reward for that is a star piece, so that's pretty nice. Anyways, I don't like Pennington. I find him utterly insufferable. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, you know, he's called out on his BS like everybody, like kind of like how Flavio is. And you know what? You have a good point there, but it's just how adamant he believes himself to be correct, despite the fact that everyone proves him wrong. He never fesses up to being wrong. He never does. He always says it's elementary or rudimentary. That was so obvious. Yes, look at this ego on this guy, and probably large brain. Even Flavio knew when to cut back. Oh, and here's the best part. He's gonna guess our name. Let's see here. Mustache, a nose. Luigi. No. Do you not see the red M? You know, the fact that I'm wearing red. The fact that I have a red M on my cap. An explosion. Clearly it's a work of the Bob-Ombs and not, you know, a remote detonating bomb. By the way how these days work is that it works in 3 cycles. A morning, afternoon, and nighttime. And there's usually something that has to be going on. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys get a chance to read all those text bubbles there, because I really like this, because they're fighting over what to give Bub for his birthday. I'm so bored, I wish I brought my Game Boy Advance. And basically what you gotta do in order to start this, I think we should give little Bub the Advanced Learner Classic Series of Bob-Omri. 2 words, cheap and boring. Think more luxurious, dear. Perhaps a car or a house. What use would he have for a house? I can maybe see a use for a car, but he's like, what? 6, 8? Then again, like, the legal age of marrying people in Japan is like 14 or 13. So maybe I shouldn't say that quite yet. He's too small for such things, Golbob. Stop thinking about your own social status. He needs something that will further his education. I don't want any of that stuff they're talking about. Also, I decided to pick Miss Mouse for most of this because of the fact that she might have a nose for this. Are you detecting now that you quit being champion? Can you detect what I really want for my birthday? Sure. So, the first hint is it starts with an A. And then the second hint, it wants a certain person's autograph. And then he says, I can hear everything that the family's fighting out there, loud and clear from out here. One thing I heard was cute, that boy dreams of being a train engineer someday. What an interesting dream for a rich little kid like that. So that tells us that we need to go to the front of the train and talk to the actual person who's driving the shindig, to get that. But, with Pennington being the master of deduction that he is, let's see what he thinks. The thing that young Master Bob wants to know. Well, let's do, shall we? It's a Game Boy Advance. Here's the thing. You're wrong. You're a moron. Let me hammer this in for you. He already stated that he wished he brought his GPA. Sure, he's a rich kid, but that doesn't mean that you have... That just because you don't have something with you at the moment doesn't mean that you have to automatically buy it. It's not as if a Game Boy Advance, even though it's like one of the best systems ever made, like it's absolutely required that you have it at all times. By the way, you know, like just pandering aside, this is the inventory for the train here, and Thunder Rage is something really useful for a little bit later. And that's also one of the few places where you can actually buy a boost sheet. So, let's talk, and there's also some other things that we can do. You're so totally bad, that chubby guy in record time. I was way impressed. Hey, come to think of it, I could use your skills. Could you help me? Sure. Okay, so I lost these shelled earrings that my ex-boyfriend gave me. And they're full of memories. I really need them back. Could you maybe look for them or something? Sure. So that's one request we could do, and I'm sorry if it sounds like I really hate Pennington, but I really do. Pennington's just not an interesting character, in my opinion. He's boring and very laughable. And I suppose we might as well check on the other passengers here. And number 2, we have Miss Toadstool from the Glitz Pit. We saw her. That's where we saw her first. Well, hello there, you fine specimen of a man, you. You're marvelous, dear. You solved a rather tough little mystery, didn't you? Yes, very well done. I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. You're so ruggedly smart. Perhaps you could help me with something as well? Sure. Oh, how absolutely lovely. Now listen well. I'm looking for a gold ring that I lost somewhere on the train. So, 2 people are missing stuff. Giant mounds of cosmetics. I like that little hint that she's not as prim and proper as she seems. She puts on like a lot of cosmetics, and that leaves Toad. What is that little bub? What is it present? Well, I'm sure he was stoked to have an autograph of mine, right? Oh man, don't they all? I can't do it, unfortunately. I only sign for chicks. So Zip-Toe, perhaps that young love child just wants something from someone he admires. Whatever it is. Now let's check his inventory. There are several postcards in the Lost Seas featuring Zip-Toad inside. So it seems that Zip-Toad is a bit of a narcissist. You know, that's kind of what happens to most celebrities. You can't entirely blame them. It's something that just sort of happens in life. You know, kind of like that one day when you eventually catch the toaster on fire. I should probably bring that up now. But now that I bought that, that's a bit of a weird segue now that I think about it. And is there anything else in here? Nope, there isn't. So, here's the train engineer. You want an autograph, sir? Oh, it's for little Bub. Well, yes, of course. Here you are, sir. Autograph. The autograph of the Excess Express engineer. Gosh, I've never given out an autograph before. That felt fantastic! Man, I'm happy that we were... Man, that guy's gonna be writing that compliment for the rest of the trip. And you know what? We just sort of made his day in a sense. Anyways, I'll meet you guys back over to where Bub is. See you there in a sec. Cut back. And sorry for the voice crack there. So, did you bring me the thing I want most? Autograph. Hey, yeah. Bingo, mister. That's just what I wanted. You're a good detective. Here's something for you, just like I said. A shine sprite. A mysterious, powerful object. Collecting these will help. Yeah, you get a shine sprite from him. It makes me wonder if he gets an allowance of those or something. Anyways, we might as well check in with this guy. Mr. Mario, I'm glad you spoke to me. I just remembered something suspicious. I found myself one blanket short when I was handing them out to passengers. I gave the last passenger my own blanket to make up for it, but it's vexing. I have exact blanket counts. It means someone came on board without a ticket. That stowaway might just be your suspect. Not only that, but if I don't get my blanket back, I'll be too chilly to sleep tonight. If you could, yeah, call me Blanket PI. Yeah. So let's go ahead and just talk to Pennington about this, because clearly he's one of the most important characters of this chapter. What's this? An unticketed passenger, just as I suspected! The conductor was one blanket short, eh? They were hunting alone. Now this is a good, interesting note to detail. Since we're only missing a blanket short, then it's likely that we're dealing with a lone intruder. I'll admit, this is like the one time Pennington is actually really useful. Definitely roll with the family in cabin 8. Rudimentary, my boy. And you know, it's not because of the fact that, oh, they're just yelling about what to get him for his birthday. It's because, the number of the fact that it isn't the Bob-omb family, like, you know, isn't that. Is without a doubt. You see, there he is again, jumping to conclusions like the idiot he is. And you still can't access the shop in case you need to. Which is, you know, very nice, very nice. So, we're looking for a lone passenger, but everyone else has a blanket, so why not go into the room where we see nobody show up? And just hide, hope someone shows up. Oh! So you found me. Well, as you see, I'm a ghost. I'm cursed to haunt this place. A blanket? Well, yes, the conductor did leave one here. He didn't realize that I'm a ghost. A yummy sticky thread? No, I love no such thing. I can't even hold physical objects like pen and paper. What? You just want the blanket then? Well, I'll tell you where it is if you do something for me. What do you say? Fine. All I need is your life! Nah, just kidding. Actually, I passed away in this cabin many years ago. But I think my luggage is still in the baggage car here. Inside my bag is a diary I kept since my earliest childhood days. And my fear is that someone would find and read it. It's kept me tied to this world. I can't leave this room, so can you please find it and bring it here? If you do that, I'll show you where the blanket is. And don't you even dare read my diary, because if you do, a horrible fate awaits you. You've been met with a terrible fate now, have you? Anyway, so, yeah, we'll meet you over by where the conductor's cut. Oh, but before we do that, let's go ahead and see what Pennington has to say. The unticketed passenger was a ghost? My dear Luigi, are you delusional? Do you have the vapors, lad? I don't vape, and I don't have the vapors, and I don't do vape. He doesn't believe us. Unsurprisingly. Did you find it? Yes, we did. What? A ghost? And he won't give you the blanket unless you get his diary from the baggage car. I see. Well, go on in. You know, you don't say no to ghosts. By the way, this is only one of two times you will... This is one of the few times you will ever be in this room. This is the freight car. Usually passengers aren't allowed back here. Looks like there are a lot of bags here, ready to be unloaded at the next stop. Or, you know, food crates, I guess. And the diary is in the one place where we can go. A ragged diary. The diary the ghost kept. You shouldn't read it. So, yeah, that's really easy. And that's what most of this chapter is just sort of fetch quest. Did you find the diary? Wonderful! I knew you would. Now, I cannot leave my post. Please return the diary while I stay here. Though I would like to see what's written in it. I'm curious, because I don't remember if Pennington says anything of worth. Oh, wow. Like he ever does. He says the same line as before. Doesn't say anything new. Anyways, I'll meet you guys over by the save block. Cut. Okay, we're back. Now, the reason I want to show off the diary is that, well, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to show off the diary. Read the diary? Oh, sure, what the heck. You may be cursed by the ghost. Do you want to read it anyway? Oh, sure, what the heck. I mean, think about this, okay? This could be really, really bad. You understand me? Oh, sure, what the heck. Month X, day X, cloudy. I got on the train today, and on that train... You looked! Even though I told you not to! Now see what happens! Yup, we got a game over. So, I guess this is the first on-screen game over you guys actually got to see. And not even the live streams were able to save us. So, yeah. That's why I decided to save before doing that, because, oh man, imagine having to redo the entirety of the beginning of this chapter. You have any idea how long that would take? Did you find my diary? Yeah. Also, just so you know, reading the diary isn't worth it. The only thing you even get to see is what the day was, what the month was, and what kind of day it was. Here's the thing. He said earlier that he can't hold stuff like pencil and paper. So how could he hand us off a blanket? You might be a spirit like me right now, or, you know, just be at the game over screen. Thank you so much. You will probably never meet me again in this world. Fare thee well. Well, actually, maybe not. I've been here so long, I've actually gotten kind of used to it. Wallpaper's so great. Maybe I'll stay here just a little while longer. I can leave whenever. I can quit anytime I want. I can stay undead however long I want. You know, that sounds like someone who's addicted to staying undead as a ghost. So yeah, let's go ahead and return that blanket to the conductor so he can sleep. Okay. Also, I find it funny that the reason why the conductor left a blanket was because of the fact that he thought that the toad ghost was actually a passenger. Well, I was kind of hoping he was going to see something. Oh, thank you so much. Now I'll be comfortable tonight. Of course our yummy and sticky mischief maker is still at large. Oh hey, before I forget, this is just a gesture. Get a mushroom. Which I suppose is useful, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pawn that off to Flurry, I guess. Just to sort of save up on inventory space. And basically at this point, everyone in the cabins are about to go ahead and head off to sleep. And after you take care of everything they need to do for the day, the shop will be closed. So basically, yeah. And then some of you might be thinking, oh, so what do we do to, you know, start the next day? In order to start the next day, we have to sleep on our own bed. That's kind of how it goes. And you have to do this about 3 times. So yeah, day 2, here we go. Now, basically, since Pennington is technically a valuable character and a character that's supposed to be important. Oh, issue 5. This is, I want to say, Keelhaul Galleria. And I suppose at the end of the game I'll show off as to what all the different messages say. That way, but that's gonna be like a long episode of just text scrolling. Empty speech bubbles. That probably means that something important's going on. I'm not Luigi! Okay, here's the deal. When I woke up this morning, my briefcase was gone. It contained all the contracts for our next deal, and even our new prototype. If I don't recover it, I'll lose my job at the least. Yeesh. Are we taking, like, mafia stuff now? Now calm yourself. The next part is vital. Okay, our company's new project is Nitro Honey Syrup. Used properly, it's an amazing product that can even raise the dead. Nope, none of that. But mixed with the calcium from a seashell and a bit of gold, well then the results are explosive. The rubbing goo blast would immobilize everyone here in a sticky yet yummy shallot. If it's falling in the wrong hands, well, I'll lose more than my job. So basically, someone's stolen the briefcase. You definitely had it yesterday, and the train has been going non-stop in all the intervening time. Rudimentary. The thief's still on the train. They both lost something on the train. The waitress lost shell earrings, and the lady Toodles lost the gold ring. So, basically, the thief is connected to all of this. Now, you basically just gotta find out as to what to do. I'll cut over to where we get to stuff. Cut. I suppose I might as well say that this song is kinda nice, but my reason for disliking it mostly is because of the fact that it's Pennington's theme. Because, yes, I really don't like it. Anyways, we'll cut over back to where they were. Cut. Okay, guys, we're back. So now we show them the vital paper. And he tells us that's one of the contracts for the upcoming business deal. And we found this in Zip Toad's room. Meaning that our culprit is connected to Zip Toad. And, you know, unless, I suppose, Zip Toad was feeling suicidal / jigsaw, it's highly unlikely that he would just jump off the train. So it's likely that he's hidden around here somewhere. Now you can check the entire train and you'll never find him. So it's basically when you come back into your room and you notice this here, another clue, another one of those business papers. So that means that he's in here somewhere. So we take a hint from the previous day. We wait. And he'll always pop out of somewhere, because he'll either pop out from under the bed or behind there, depending on where your location is. Now, get him! Youch! And I always like doing that, because I'll know exactly where he is. So that was our man all along, pretending to be Zip Toad, I see. All the while pilfering things from others to aid your evil plan. Yes, it was all just as I had deduced. I knew all along you were a fake. Yes, a discolored nostril hair tip you. You freaking liar. No one could have been able to tell that it was a lie. That it was someone else. Curses! I almost got away with it by getting off at the Riverside station. And you don't have to worry about a time limit or anything. Bleh. Briefcase. Ring. Earrings. Ah, my precious briefcase. Is the natural honey syrup safe? What happens if I say no? Please give it to me. I was kind of hoping that he would grovel a little bit more. Thank the stars it's safe. I won't get the sack. Hey, that's relatable. So yeah, we're about to approach the Riverside Station, which is our halfway point, basically. Hey, I think not, Slick. You think you can hold me? No way. Gun would flip if I let that happen. This whole Zip Toad thing was just a means to an end. It's me, suckers. Duplex! Donald's plan to ghoulify Mario didn't exactly work, so I'll be cutting and running now. I'll leave the rest of Belgium. See ya, suckers! So yeah, Duplex aligned himself with them. With the Shadow Sirens, or at least 2/3 of the Shadow Sirens. And, yeah, I suppose another really cool thing to sort of note is the fact that he had a whole bunch of pictures of Zip Toad. He needed to keep the appearance up, because I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that if he sleeps, when he falls asleep, his disguise wears off. Also, since we know his name now, his name is just about Jack. So it's like, sure, I might as well tell everyone my name since one person knows it. And we're gonna be figuring out a way how to say. And as you can see here, the railroad's been cut off. He hit the switch and ran. So next time, we will be fixing our little predicament, and we'll get through the dungeon next part. See you all then.